I take it things have been interesting in Jasper County.
Yes, sir, to say the least, they have.
10 years as sheriff in Jasper County, Mississippi, Randy Johnson has never had a week
Here's the monkey roundup.
quite like the last one.
This is one in a lifetime thing, I hope. But who knows what's next.
That thing started last Tuesday.
What kind of monkeys are these?
Body cam video shows his deputies responding to a crash on I-59 near Heidelberg involving a truck transporting 21 monkeys.
You kind of laugh a little, and then I thought, well, let's find out if there's any dangers associated with these monkeys.
Sheriff Johnson says information deputies were getting on scene indicated those monkeys may have been carrying diseases.
They're going from Tulane, which is a research facility, to Maryland to another research facility.
With 8 of them out of their cages.
They can't get away. You have to shoot it.
The passenger of the truck told deputies that shooting them was the only option. 5 were killed. 3 got away. Those still in cages or dead were later picked up. In the days that followed, 2 of the escaped monkeys were shot and killed by nearby residents. The third was found alive Wednesday afternoon.
People have joked about it, and I guess they call me the monkey sheriff. And it's in good humor, but it was a lot of decisions, a lot of pressure on us at the time to try to figure out exactly what to do with them.
The monkeys were from Tulane University's National Biomedical Research Center. They were being taken to a facility owned by biomedical research company Prelabs. Tulane later said the monkeys were not infectious. Sheriff Johnson says a lack of information caused a lot of confusion.
And that's what got me so aggravated. I couldn't tell anybody who actually owned them, where they were actually going, and who was transporting them. That information didn't come out to me probably 4 or 5 days after this.
Because of that, and concerns at the time about infectious diseases, Johnson says officers did what they had to do when shooting those monkeys.
We didn't want to do that, but a lot of people felt like, well, you didn't look into this. You didn't. Well, we didn't have hours to look into this. It took 3 hours for somebody to get back with us to say they're clean. And be honest with you, I don't know that I believe that to this day.
The sheriff says he may never know the truth, but he does know one thing.
I'm glad it's done and over, and I hope they never come through here again. But, I'm sure they do all the time. We just don't know about it.
Until something like a crash causes a week to remember. Mike McDaniel, WWL, Louisiana.
I think one of the most curious things about that story was the response to the sheriff's department when the crash actually happened.
It was, like he said, it was funny at first because they were shocked. One of them said, "What kind of monkeys are there?" And
Reese's.
And then he's like the peanut butter cup. You can hear it on the body cam. But it's unfortunate because those monkeys ended up dying, and it may not have needed to be that way. So I think that's what the sheriff was reflecting there.
Well, lesson learned in this situation. All right, Sheriff Johnson says he's gotten some calls from media really all over the country. Everybody was talking about this, and even overseas about what happened.
Yeah, because it's kind of unbelievable. But the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks is handling the investigation.